We're back. I shooting the video in the morning because I'm not gonna lie, last night I was super busy, and by the time I remembered I needed to shoot it, it was already bedtime and I was so tired, and it just wasn't gonna be a bad video. But yeah, shooting it this morning, dropping it today, still sticking to the plan. Still getting it done no matter what. But I'm gonna talk about flow state. Because lately I feel like I've just been in like the deepest flow state ever. Like I'm not even thinking about the task at hand anymore. They're just getting done. You know, things are just happening around me as I just stick to my program. And it's just been like, I just been very grateful, super blessed to be in this position mentally, physically, and spiritually, because more so mentally and spiritually, because just last year I was in a way different place. You know, things were getting done, but they weren't getting done in flow state. It was a hassle. Things were hard. You know, the same exact things. But yeah, where I'm at today, perspective change mentally and spiritually, and I can just see, you know, the world around me unfolding in my favor. And I'm just very blessed and very grateful. And that's just what I've been feeling lately, a sense of gratitude. Happiness, deep happiness, true happiness. But yeah, it's Wednesday morning, getting ready to go to work. I leave at like 6:45, 6:50-ish. I got a big day at work. Got to transport a client from the county to a program. Got to meet with 2 clients. Super excited about my lunch. I made some fire for meal preps this week. I made some chicken, some shrimp, some rice, some corn. But yeah, man, just, you know, just accepting, you know, my position, you know, understanding that I want more, pointing my intentions towards more, but not like being pressed about the timeline or when it's gonna come, because it's inevitable. You know, I know it's inevitable as long as I just keep doing the next right thing and sticking to the plan, and, you know, continuing to not be like everyone else, because everybody else is okay. Everybody else is normal. And if you want to do different, and if they say like 80 to 90% of people aren't rich, you know, you just got to do the opposite of 80 to 90% of the people around you, which is very easy. I've got some good news lately in my life. I'm not gonna lie. That definitely helps. Definitely makes, you know, makes me happy. So I'm juiced about that, you know, but just enjoying that, you know, not getting too caught up in the good news or the bad news, just letting it be what it is, you know. Nothing's right or wrong, nothing's good or bad. Things just are. And whatever's presented to me, you know, it's obviously for me. You know, God will never give me nothing. God would never give nothing to me that wasn't for me, and everything that's already removed just means it's not for me. In this moment, who knows if that's forever? Who knows if that's, you know, permanent? But whatever's not around in this moment just means it's not for me right now, and I'm okay with that. Becoming okay with that, you know. I'm sure if you've been watching from the beginning, you could tell the energy shift, you know, because I came home and like that was making me very frustrated, very upset, because, you know, like I said in the last video, my old friend is just referring to like them, you know, like I came home and I realized like they weren't for me anymore. And that kind of, you know, threw me for a loop, because these are my dogs. But, you know, things are the way they're supposed to, man. Not everyone's going to be able to come with you to the next level. Not everyone's supposed to, right? I guess as long as everyone's happy, you know, I don't got to worry about them, you know, despite if I know that their happiness is superficial, despite if I know their decisions and their actions regarding their happiness aren't going to, you know, be long lasting, you know, aren't going to provide long lasting results. You know, it's a short lived happiness that they're chasing. But I guess it's not my problem, man. Despite how much I love or care about them, it's nothing for me to worry about. It does nothing for them for me to worry about it. It kind of just messes our relationship for me to worry about it. So I guess I just got to stop caring, which is fine with me, even though like I got a big heart, I love, but it's not worth my happiness. It's not worth our friendship. So I just let people be where they're at. You know, if a conversation gets started and they need help, I'll always be here. But I'm no longer having my hands tied in other people's situations, despite where they're at in life. But yeah, Flow state, baby. Create you a system that, keeps you in flow state for as long as possible. You don't even really need to focus on the task at hand and the things you want. You just gotta have a system that keeps you in check, and things will just unfold around you for the right reasons, in the right direction, in your favor, and you'll be able to see it if you just pay attention, and if you're healthy, you got the right mind on your shoulders, you're not just like indulging in vices. But yeah, that's it for today. Win the day. Follow me on Instagram at staydownfit_Ray. Follow me at Bay Affiliated. New episode for the pod dropping soon. Content on IG every day. TikTok. I'll be talking shit on Snap too. So if you want to follow me on Snap, I think it's Huracan Rayshawn or Ray_Rogue. We're Jack still.